Oh, look cute or I look cute?
Come in.
Hello, Lee. It's
Hi.
great to see you again. Kelly from Hormel.
Kelly, nice to see you
Nice to
again.
see you
Please have a seat.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Here's my business card if you don't have one already. And has your information changed since the last time we spoke?
No.
Perfect. So we have all
And
of
I'm not
that.
a business card, so.
Perfect. I know you're a busy guy, so is 20 minutes still okay for me?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And I know that last time we spoke, you mentioned that you were going on a camping trip with your family and you were going to bring your dog, Bruno. Is that right, Bruno? How was that?
Bruno died during the trip. He got gored by a buffalo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were up in Custer State Park in South Dakota.
Wow.
Buffalo ran right over him, squished him.
Wow. That's so
bad.
sad. I'm so sorry about that.
We actually went hunting. I'm teasing you about Bruno.
Oh, okay.
We went hunting while we were there, and Bruno was a pain. So, but we did fine.
That's good. Well, you know, sometimes animals are a pain, and I actually wanted to bring that up because recently my niece actually got a pet pig, which I know is kind of weird. It's super adorable. His name's Piglet, and like you said, being a pain. Right when they got him, he was in her house all the time. He played in the yard. He had a bunch of toys. He slept with her, hand-fed, basically a part of the family. But like you mentioned, kind of a pain, kind of not exactly what they were expecting. So they decided to go visit a local farm to try to give him a better home. But when they got there, it wasn't at all what they were expecting. There were a lot of cages, and animals weren't able to be freed and live their lives and roam around. And when she told me that and called me, it just broke my heart because of the kind of industry that I'm in, that we would never do that to animals. We have kind of a humanely raised value in our system at Hormel and Applegate. That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today. I wanted to work on freeing those animals from the cages and onto greener pastures through kind of different things regarding you opening your mind and a potential partnership with Hormel and Applegate to be able to free your mind to get those different sales out there and be able to make your life easier with greener pastures and potentially more earning potential. Does that sound okay to
It sounds okay. I'm not big into worrying about where a pig slept last night, though. I don't mean to be ugly.
Of course.
People think I'm kind of harsh sometimes, but you know, you let them run loose and then you shoot them and butcher them and eat them.
Right.
And so that's what happens oftentimes. I mean, that's what happens most of the time. So apparently y'all don't do that.
Right.
And, so you got to sell me on it if you, because I'm not convinced that people really care.
I get that. So you're kind of concerned of the fact that people won't really like the idea or really care about the idea of having something that's humanely raised.
Yeah, I think that they may. I don't know if they do or not. I keep hearing this stuff, but it seems like it's coming most of the time from college campuses and stuff. But you know what matters to me is my bottom line.
Right.
Period. Profit.
Okay,
That's
so profit is
the
most important thing to you. That's kind of your greener pastures, making sure that you're getting that earning potential.
Right.
And I want to bring that up a little bit later, kind of discuss more about exactly what Hormel does and Applegate do regarding that kind of thing and why it could be important to your bottom line, your earning potential. But first, I wanted to just kind of see if we were the only ones that needed to be in the meeting today, if there's anyone else that needed to be here to help bring home the bacon.
I have final say.
Okay, perfect. So it's just Lee.
Yep.
And when you are implementing a new product into your line, how many weeks, months does that usually take? What's the timeline?
Quickly. I mean, all we got to do is put it in sales books and then pass it out to the sales reps. So, you know, we're talking a week at the most.
Right. Okay. And then also, we've worked together for a long time now, and you know I wouldn't bring anything that wasn't really important to me or to you and to help you bring in your bottom line. And when it comes to kind of the decision criteria of what you want in your stores, is high quality and profitability still important to you?
It's what sells.
It's what sells.
And you know, that's what matters. It doesn't matter to me if it's, you know, weenies that are just really nasty, boiled and put back together.
Right.
But people are buying them and spending money. That word profit is what it's all about for me.
Profit is really important to you. And you're kind of still concerned about the fact that people won't be really interested or care about it. So we need to, this is what's holding us back at the moment of kind of moving forward, is that people wouldn't care about the product if it or where it
Yeah, as
came
long
from.
as it tastes good and they can afford it, and, it's just about that.
Perfect. So last time we spoke, you mentioned that some of your inventory, some of your SKUs weren't doing as well. Would you mind elaborating on that a little bit?
Well, it's just that we've got some brands that are selling better than others. We have Oscar Mayer, and we have our own Super Value brand, which we just started recently, and it's flying off the shelves. But the Oscar Mayer is still holding its own. We're finding that bulk sales are better in some areas and prepackaged are better in some other areas. So it's hard to say. Again, it all comes back to what's moving.
Right.
And of course, our sales reps are out there pushing products all the time.
So you mentioned that your current Super Value brand is doing very well. What kind of things are you noticing about that seems to make it go and fly off the shelves as best as possible?
Well, believe it or not, Kelly, the higher end products are starting to sell better. And I attribute that to the fact that the economy is so strong right now. Maybe the tax cut, maybe jobs, maybe whatever. But people are spending more money on, I guess they have more disposable income.
Right.
So that's the only thing I can figure.
Okay.
And I'm totally happy with it because our sales are booming.
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah, and when those higher end products that are doing really well are flying off the shelves, what does that mean for you?
Profit.
Perfect.
Goes back to that same word right there.
Yeah.
Always.
Of course.
I mean, that's what business is about. It's
Yeah.
not about making people happy that they're eating a pig that slept on a pillow.
Right.
It's about making people, it's about making money.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that some of them weren't doing as well, or they as well as at least the Super Value brand.
Sure.
What does that mean for you in terms of profit?
Less. I mean,
Less, but how much less?
It's hard to say. It's because you don't break it down by the item that this item's doing so and so for us. But if we have any items that are not selling, then they're actually costing.
Right.
And when something becomes a cost item, then it's time to get rid of it.
Of course.
And we do have some of those in our meats and cheeses. So.
How many would you say are products you're not selling as well?
I'd have to go and actually pull the records, but I would think 3 or 4 possibly that are, just kind of dogs.
That makes a lot of sense.
I know calling something a dog is not good to a meat salesperson, but anyway.
Of course, I understand.
Yeah,
So
they don't taste very good.
They don't taste very good?
No.
Is that your opinion or your customers?
I'm talking about dogs now.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So,
They do not taste very well. I agree with that. So we talked about a few things today. First of all, you need to get your profit.
That's all.
You want to make sure that everything that you're putting on the shelves you're selling.
Sure.
You've noticed that a lot of the higher end products are selling better than the ones that are not as higher end. And with higher end products, you're getting a better profit margin. Would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
Perfect. And when it comes to where exactly you're locating these stores and trying to sell this product, what would you say is your biggest demographic in regards to people buying this product?
Well, we sell to, what I see are mostly groceries and restaurants. That's that's our customers. That's our target market. That's it.
That's your target market? So you're trying to increase the profit by selling to those restaurants?
Yeah, and selling them more or selling more of them.
Of course. Okay, so we talked about that you need your profit. We want to make sure that we're getting that profit up. The higher end goods are selling better than the other products, and that you're looking to get more profit within your restaurants than anything else. So that just kind of brings over what I want to talk about today. I kind of want an overview of the Applegate and Hormel acquisition. So since Hormel's acquisition of Applegate in 2015, we have set the precedent for animal welfare standards. And you wouldn't think that that'd be important, but it's actually shown that most people are in a roar about all of the different acts and animals welfare regarding people testing on animals. People are getting in a frenzy. There's, like you said, a bunch of college campuses protesting. There's people, moms who are worried about what Johnny's eating. They're just trying to make sure that everything is good for the people as well as the animals are doing well. It's actually also proven that vegans the reason they went vegan was because of animal ethics. So that's the welfare standards. So if we were to untap a different market and be able to sell these specific products that I brought with you today to this kind of new market and expand your demographic, would you be interested in seeing something like that
Of
today?
course, if it increases sales, by all means.
Of course. So the product I brought for you today, this is just one of many, but this is the sliced, pre-sliced deli meats. It comes in turkey and ham, and then we also have bulk and then frozen. So what can you tell me about this packaging right here?
Well, it says no antibiotics,
And-
period.
Mm-hmm. And then also humanely raised.
Yeah.
So if this kind of demographic, the vegans, were able to see that kind of precedent or standard on a label, they'd be more apt to buy it because many of them have gone there.
Sure,
Would you agree with that?
it makes sense.
Perfect. And also you focused on how you wanted to make sure that you were reaching that restaurant area. So the profit margin on these are about $6-7 in terms of bulk, sliced, and frozen. And what we've seen, especially in this cafe one, the testimonial that they've seen the increase in the products, the products' welfare and the life of them, and the profitability of them when it comes to putting it into the stores like this. So you see how having someone or multiple restaurants who have seen success in the past would potentially give you more profitability in the future if you were to sell this product into their restaurants.
Yeah. Notice that's Cool Beans. That's one of Nikki Jones' customers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You talked to her?
Well, she actually was curious about some of the different deli meats that we offered because she was looking for, her restaurants were looking for something more organic, and
you told her about it?
I told her what?
You told her about the
Yes, I did tell her about the products.
You got me in a real bind. Because she brought it up the other day in front of the president of Super Value, and I knew nothing about it.
Right. Well, so you're concerned about how you look in the eyes of your
I looked
president.
like an idiot because I didn't know anything about these products.
Right.
And
Right. Well, the reason I went to Nikki or asked her about it was because she specifically came to me and asked me about certain products that I knew that you weren't specifically looking for at the time. And that's why I wanted to schedule this meeting to kind of get you up to par. Actually, Applegate's doing a nationwide ad to be able to sell this product. So Nikki wanted to get in on the ground floor, and I'm also giving that opportunity to you as well, where you be able
she works for me now. She's my employee.
Correct.
So this wouldn't have been up to her. She can't take this product unless I approve it.
Well, let's try to get you on the approving path today. Sounds good?
All right.
Okay, perfect. Yes, I know that. Well, although it might have been her client, the stores have seen a significant increase in profits from this kind of line.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Also, we talked a little bit about how they're higher end. I told you that the profit margin on this specific meat is $7. You see how having a product that most people are looking to buy, as well as a higher price point, would increase profitability for you.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Sure.
Perfect.
And that's the thing. As I said, the higher end stuff is what's selling. So.
Right, and that is exactly what
Right.
Applegate is doing,
Sure.
and that's what it is.
Sure.
And in regards to kind of how we're going to get this out on the market, I actually have a plan to be able to show viewers this higher quality and kind of get into more restaurants through social media. So what I kind of want to do is we could think about placing some of the products inside of your stores, try to test them out, but also give it a marketing plan so that you're able to sell those products when they're flying off the shelves within your restaurants.
Sure.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Perfect. So what I was thinking was we could go to social media. A lot of people in small restaurants are more apt to are younger generally. So they're going online, they're trying to find out information, and what we've seen is that on Instagram there has been a spike in millennials and adults, middle kind of age group that are watching videos. What I suspect to do or want to do is we have a working relationship with BuzzFeed Tasty. BuzzFeed Tasty is a Instagram account that also makes food videos. So what we can do is we can put a logo, we can put the product on the video. Most people will see what it is. They'll know that it's a quality product. They will be more interested in buying it. And then we can also put a promo code at the bottom for restaurants as well as retail customers to be able to actually access it
Sure.
and buy it. You see how this plan would increase
Sure.
your product
Sure.
profits? I mean,
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah.
So with everything we said, we want a product that is higher end. It provides profitability for you. It goes into the restaurants that you would like to place them
Sure.
in. And if we had a marketing plan to back all of that up, is there anything stopping us from moving forward today?
Just the fees that we charge for stocking.
Right.
You know, the slots are expensive, and I've got product in there that is not, you know, I'm full right now.
Right.
We've got every slot's full. So do you have a plan for that? I mean, you know, because I'm stuck with a lot of stuff if I put something new in.
Of course.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking and what you're kind of concerned about is making sure that you have the space and have the potential to actually place those products and sell them. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's how it has to work. I have to have it in the warehouse, but I've got stuff in those bins.
Mhm.
So.
Of course. Well, you mentioned earlier to me how 3 or 4 of your SKUs weren't selling as well.
Exactly.
So if you're able to replace 3 or 4, let's say 4 at this time,
Okay.
replace those with this current product that has not only I will pay for the slots and the dead inventory if that were to be the case,
Okay.
as well as the marketing
That's
expenses.
what I was hoping you would say.
Yes.
Because that's if I throw anything in the garbage, again, it hurts my bottom line.
Of course.
So
I completely understand that.
Hormel's got more money than me, so.
I don't know about that, but I know that it would be beneficial if I were to be able to
Yeah.
actually
And
buy
that
the
would
slots
be
and buy out the dead inventory for four slots. So
Sure.
can we agree on maybe the ham, the turkey, and then a bulk of a turkey and ham as well to sell today?
Sure, we can give that a shot.
Okay, perfect. We'll do 6 cases of each to fill the SKU,
Okay,
and then you can sign.
all right, good enough.
It was great. Perfect.
Okay.
It's great doing business with you, Lee.
Good, thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Oh,